Add this to the list of movies with trailers that just show the worst parts and nothing else. Hey there, Cinephiles. Today I'm reviewing Transformers 1. This is the first animated feature film released in theaters from this IP since the original back in '86. Which is actually kind of crazy to me because this whole idea of Transformers, it just feels so right animated. But either way, this stars Chris Hemsworth as Orion Pax and Brian Tyree Henry as D16. These two are the robots that end up becoming Optimus Prime and Megatron respectively. And in this, we follow them being best friends actually before the years and years of war that is to come between the Autobots and Decepticons. But alright, before I get into what didn't quite work for me, I want to get into the positives. First and foremost, the drama actually works here. Getting to see the two main characters become who we all know was actually pretty satisfying. I felt them grow as believably as I could, and there were some actual stakes. What is unbelievable though is that they announced that this took place 3 billion years before the live action movies. Why are you tying it to the continuity? I just... Anyway, sorry, this was supposed to be the positive section, so let me get back to that. This was better than the bad trailers made it seem, and I am so glad for that. And this will be great for families who have multiple generations of fans of Transformers because there are some cleverly written in callbacks that are attached to previous projects and just a bunch of different things that's attached to the Transformers lore and IP. And I will say too, there are some nice shots in here, even though talking about the animation a little bit more, I will need to get into the negatives, which I might as well do now. There aren't too many other outstanding things about this film to me. So getting into that now, I'm just honestly not a big fan of this art style. I don't know what it is, but to me, this just doesn't seem quite right. It feels unfinished and a bit rushed. And again, there are shots and moments that I do like, but they are few and far between. Another thing I wanted to touch on was the voice acting. No one did necessarily poorly, but they should have got actual voice actors to do this. And truly, it's not that anyone did bad, but there is a major miscast in Keegan-Michael Key, and it really doesn't help that his character was just written to be this very generic comedic sidekick character. And even in general, our leads weren't bad either, but I really just heard Brian Tyree Henry and Chris Hemsworth with an American accent on the screen. Not that it's terrible, but again, it's these iconic characters that just needed a bit more oomph. Another thing I didn't really love about the film was the pacing. Look, there are many things happening and it keeps going and going, but it also feels like it just kind of keeps going and gets dragged out a bit. The movie's actual runtime is about an hour 40, an hour 44 minutes, but personally to me it felt like it was over 2 hours, and I don't know if that was because a lot of the jokes didn't quite land for me or if I didn't love visually what I was looking at for most of the time, but truly the time just felt like it was at a halt for a lot of it for me, despite me still enjoying my time. Look, this is the type of film that's a little fun and offensive time. It won't necessarily be memorable for me, but I know many other people out there will like this just enough, and that's okay. It's an empty calorie snack of a film, and there's going to be many fans for this. I also will say I'm still completely baffled by the decision to make this canon with the Michael Bay films. Why? I give Transformers 1 a 2 out of 5 stars. Overall, this felt like the most recent Mario Brothers movies to me. As a film itself, it's fine and whatever, but it is a good celebration. Although I would say this is a better movie than that one, but not as good of a celebration. But alright, those are my thoughts on Transformers 1. Be sure to let me know what you think of it down in the comments below. Also, let me know which Transformers movie is your favorite. As always, thank you guys for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Be sure to stay tuned for more Yeti Films content, and I'll watch you later.